Hiya guys, Lady Harlequin here with some more EC4 Deathmatch, and this time we are playing as the Stowaway. And that's a first that I play as like a male character. Nothing against the male characters, I just play as the female characters more often than not. But yeah, I kind of like the Stowaway and the Duelist for some reason. Like the Duelist, I thought I hated him, but recently I've been having fun playing as him, so yeah. Anyway, really quick. So the beginning of this game is a little bit slower paced just because this map for me tends to be a little bit wonky. Like I like this map, but at least for me, sometimes when I'm playing it, you know how like every map there's like a central location where most people go, um, and you would think that in this map it would be the center area right here, but sometimes it's not the case and they're all around the buildings and it's like hard for me sometimes to find my targets and pursuers and whatnot, but whatever. um, Secondly, what did I want to tell you? Okay, so some of you guys have been sending me friend requests on PlayStation, and that's totally fine, but if you guys could leave a comment in the friend request saying that, you know, you're from YouTube or something like that so I can identify you, because if you guys just send me a random friend request and I don't know your name, um, I won't, answer it really, or I'll just delete it. And I don't want to seem like I'm being mean or anything, but I legitimately don't know that it's anyone from YouTube or anything. So if you guys could just do that for me, that'd be awesome, and I'll happily accept your request. Alright, so on to one of the bigger things that you guys have been asking me. Am I going to get AC Syndicate? The answer to that is a resounding no. More than likely, I will not be getting Syndicate. The only way I would have Syndicate is if, like, I got it as a gift, whether, you know, somebody got it for me, one of my friends, or something like that, because they know I like AC. Then, you know, if they got it for me, obviously I'm going to play it. But, you know, for me to go out and buy it with my own money, I don't think so. And honestly, 100% honest, the reason why, no multiplayer. And I'm totally serious. Um, I haven't played any Assassin's Creed game after Black Flag, honestly. I've seen gameplay and I've seen like the story of the other ones, but I myself have not purchased any or played it. And like I said, the reason for that is that there's no multiplayer in it. And when Unity was a thing and Unity was coming out and they're like, oh, you know, we want to go back to our roots, to where AC kind of started. At first I was upset and I was like, come on, there's no multiplayer, that's fucking lame. And then after mulling it over for like 2 days, I was like, you know what, that might be good. You know, it might be a good thing, a change of pace for both sides of the coin. Some people that liked AC just for the single player, and then the people who liked it mainly for the multiplayer. So I was like, it's kind of a win-win, because AC2 was my favorite Assassin's Creed. It probably will always be my favorite Assassin's Creed. So I was like, if Unity could bring something as good as AC2 into it, that'd be awesome. And then I'd get it. And then because they're not always so focused on the multiplayer, and just kind of reskinning things and rehashing like kill animations and all that shit, you know, we'd get something better the next time the multiplayer came around. And then when Unity was released and it was a buggy piece of shit on like every platform for like a long time, it took them a while to update it. I was like, seriously, this is what you spent so long on? So that completely pissed me off, especially for the people who were really excited for just the single player. I was upset for that. And yeah, also the fact that Assassin's Creed has become an annual release game, you know what I mean? So, of course I'm going to compare it to Call of Duty because that's the first game that comes to mind when I think of annual releases. And they can get away with it, you guys. Like it or not, Call of Duty can get away with the annual release because they have the multiplayer. You know what I mean? They have that replayability. I think one of the things that's hurting Assassin's Creed is that not only that Unity was a buggy piece of shit when it came out and people lost faith in Ubisoft, but because it's so much content for an annual release that when you're playing it so much and then the next year another one comes out and it's another big game, it becomes tiresome. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Like, you're playing it so much and you're getting tired of it because, you know, it kind of feels the same. And that's the same thing people say with Call of Duty, and they're like, oh, it's the same shit, just kind of reskinned or whatever. Assassin's Creed is falling into that category because I've had friends of mine that have Syndicate and have said that. They said that it feels pretty much the same as Unity. And I'm not dogging the game, so if you guys like Syndicate or whatever, or Unity, that's totally fine. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, it's a shitty game, or you shouldn't get it, or if you like multiplayer, you shouldn't be supporting anything that doesn't have multiplayer. No. If you want the game, do you, get the game, I hope you enjoy it. But I'm just saying for myself personally, that that's not me. You know what I mean? Like, I like it for the multiplayer. The single player can be awesome too, but yeah, that's just me. That's just where I'm coming from at this point. Like I said, I really think the annual thing about it is hurting the game a lot. And they shouldn't really be doing that. If they're going to go back to it being straight single player, then they shouldn't be doing it annually. Like, imagine if Uncharted, the Uncharted series, was an annual release. People would get sick of it. People would get tired of it no matter how good the game is. If it becomes an annual thing, it's going to get watered down. People are going to get sick of it, and they're not going to want it anymore. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents regarding that. Like I said, I'm not dogging the game because I don't want anyone in the comments or on Twitter or whatever blowing me up saying, oh, fuck you, Syndicate's amazing. Okay, if you like it, good for you. I'm happy. I'm glad you have a game that you enjoy and you can get value out of. That's totally fine. Me personally, not so much. And I have quite a few people who have said the same thing I have, you know, that the multiplayer is one of the staples, you know. I'm hoping that the next Assassin's Creed game will have multiplayer. You know what I mean? Like, I can kind of understand why Syndicate has, you know, no multiplayer in it whatsoever. Maybe because they wanted to redeem themselves with the way Unity launched. So they're trying to say, like, we can still do it, we're still good, so here's Syndicate with no multiplayer in it. I don't know. Anyway, so this game's almost over. We got a couple minutes left. And, this fucking game, man. This game is kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous. I don't know. I like this map, but like I said, it depends on how they play. Like, this mercenary does not get it. He really doesn't get that I know who he is. Like, the fucking morphing isn't helping. I haven't fallen for it yet. Why do you keep doing it? And that's what I mean. That's another thing, you know, something that will help you get better at the game, because some of you have asked me that as well. Adapt to the game, you guys. If something isn't working, guess what? You do something else. Don't keep trying to do the same thing and think it's gonna work. That's the definition of insanity. Little Far Cry 3 reference there. But yeah, that's totally a thing. You know, sometimes things don't work out and you gotta switch your set. You have to adapt to the playstyle of the game. If you see people using lots of smoke bombs and lots of time phases, you're gonna switch to a set that has shield in it. And again, here goes the mercenary with the same fucking move. And that's why this game was a little bit slower for me, because a lot of people had him as a target. So he usually had a lot of pursuers and whatnot. And he would just be standing in a blend group the whole game with morph. And again, that doesn't work with me. Like, I can still pick you out of a morph group. I can still do it. But he doesn't listen. That's fine. I'll take the points. No big deal there. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. This is the end of the match right here. I've got to go. I actually have to upload a ton of shit. So I've got a lot to do. But I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you did, give it a thumbs up, you know what to do. Leave a comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!